And there we go. We are live. I've got Jeff Carpenter here. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, it's
Hello.
Friday. Happy
Oh, it is
Friday.
Friday. Happy Friday. That's right. I almost forgot. I almost forgot. I didn't really forget. And we are watching your screen. We're watching everything you're doing very closely.
Awesome. Well, that's good. So what are we doing today? Well,
What are we doing today?
we're
That's a
gonna
great
keep
question.
we're gonna keep working on our recommendation engine for our killer video Python implementation. So I've got my I've got the web app up here and it's spinning wheel because there's no actual services running. We've the I've got the Python services up in my IDE here. Nothing's running right now
Okay.
because last time we were just kind of trying to iterate through here and implement some of these operations. So uh, I think we should go to just to kind of reset where we're at.
Yeah.
Here's this graph schema that we're trying to populate here, and how big could this be? Maybe I go like this.
There you
Ooh,
go.
that's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to do it.
All right. So we have other parts of the killer video application that are populating users and videos, and users are rating videos and that kind of thing. So there's other services that kind of manage all those basic data types. But whenever a user is added, or a video is added, or a user rates a video, the other services in the Killrvideo Video app fire off these events. So we've got 3 or 4 different events that, I guess 3 events that this suggested videos service is consuming those events, and it's taking that data from those events and populating into this graph. And then we have some recommendation algorithms that are graph traversals
Right.
using DSE graph and the Gremlin query language to generate recommendations for what videos a user should watch. So what eventually, oh yeah, what is the? I don't remember what any of the logins that we created in previous times, but shoot, I would sign in here and then I would actually get a recommended below recent videos would be recommended for you. See, I'm not signed in right now, so there's
Do
nothing
you have the
recommended
register
for me.
plumbing hooked up?
Well, yes, I do, except I'm not running the services right now, so like
Okay.
nothing will happen.
Yeah, so I get it. Okay.
That's fine. Use your imagination. There would be another spinning wheel thing here right now if I was logged in.
I'm imagining the most amazing spinning wheel. It is so good.
Yeah, please share with us amazing spinning wheels. I expect those to start popping up in the chat. Okay, so let's see. What we had done already is previously I had expertly implemented this. I'm saying expertly is funny. Handle user created. So I showed you another couple times ago how we consume this event from Kafka in another class, which calls into here to call handle user created, and then we have adding a vertex to the graph representing that user with a user ID, email, and timestamp. Pretty easy. And then we got to the point of handling the YouTube video added, and it suddenly got a lot more complex, and we realized there were actually multiple steps. So
Okay.
succeeded in adding the video vertex to the graph. So event comes in from Kafka. We create just describing this video that's come in, that's been added. We're going to add a video vertex to the graph with a video ID, added date, description, name, and preview image location. Awesome.
Okay.
And then we got to this part like, oh, okay. We realized that in order to populate this graph, at this time, a video has been added. We are provided the information of who uploaded this video, as in what user. So we realized that we need we need to find a user vertex and add an edge to the video vertex. And then another piece is that we've also been given information about tags, right? This is a list in Python list of tags. So this is also another little bit more thing where like we need to locate a vertex for a tag. If it exists, and if it doesn't exist, create it and create links. That sounds like one of the harder operations.
Yeah.
Just more, not harder, but like more involved, right? There's more processing steps involved in that. So I'm trying to work definitely on this find the user vertex and add an edge to the video vertex. And what I realized last time is that I was trying to do two learning curves at once with this, and I was trying to make sure that I got the gremlin right and then figure out how to program the gremlin in Python. And that actually might have been biting off a little bit too much for me as kind of a beginner. I'm definitely a beginner doing graph in Python. So kind of realized I was biting off a little too much for one time, right?
Okay. Hey, and real quick, just so you know, so we have Desoak. I'm going to say, I don't know what Desoak really stands for, but Desoak is back from the last episode, if you remember. So hello there. And I should point to the right camera when I wave, right? And he or she is asking, this is graph to do with Cassandra. Is this Janus graph? So no, it's not Janus graph. It is graph to do with Cassandra. It's through DataSex Enterprise. So separate from the open source Cassandra that doesn't have support for things like, you could hook up a graph system if you wanted to. In DataSex Enterprise, there is a workload called DSE Graph where there's a tight integration between Tinkerpop, right? It's Tinkerpop, Gremlin, Tinkerpop with Cassandra. So Cassandra is then the system of record where all of your data and everything is stored, and then you can then have this tight integration with the graph database.
That's right. So actually, what I'm showing here is DataStax Studio. So that's our visualization tool and editing notebook style tool. And let's see, where's oh yeah, there's the graph.
Yeah, you can visualize the graph.
Yeah. So we've actually done some stuff where we use this visualization to just do a query of what are all the vertexes that have been added to the graph previously. Some of them are videos and some of them are users, and what we don't have is any edges.
And one thing is a total aside. You may not care to do this right now, but in Studio right now, you're just displaying all the default properties and everything. If you wanted to, we could actually make those print out usable names. Like those videos have a name. The users have an email, right?
I've done nothing to configure any of this.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, so we could make it a little nicer and a little more informative if we wanted to.
And maybe we come back and do that.
Yeah,
that might be a little bit useful as we get a little bit later on.
Yeah,
and then I happen to know, like after running this, basically I was showing the tabular form. I actually am able to get the IDs of pretty much anything that's in the graph so far. Yep. Again, there's not that much in here, so I can do like hey, don't try this at home, kids. But here's a table scan. But it's not a full table scan because we're actually limiting it. We're sampling it to 200 vertexes.
That's exactly why that's there, by the way. Because in the Java version, when we were doing this originally in Java, I mean, it didn't take that long. But matter of fact, on the production one today, God, I haven't counted in a long time. But the last time I checked, we had many, many millions of edges and vertices. So you can imagine then trying if you didn't have the sample in there.
Oh, and the production Killrvideo.
That's right, yeah. And if you just do g.v, right, you're just going to try to visualize them all.
That's with the Java service implementation.
Yes.
That you're running with in production.
Yeah.
So we're making new service implementations in Python because Python.
Yeah, why not? Who doesn't want to do Python?
Okay. So I grabbed a little while ago. I grabbed an ID that I knew was the ID of one of the user vertexes.
Yeah.
So that just pulls back this row. Pretty easy. And then I also looked and I found like there was a video. I just grabbed one of the videos, one of its IDs, right? And so now I'm working on. What I want to do is I have a known video ID and I have a known user ID. So my thinking is, okay, I should be able to locate these vertexes and then create an edge. And I
Yes.
was actually looking in the Tinkerpop documentation here, and look at this. There's some example, like basic stuff. Like in this particular example, we're actually creating a a person vertex called Marco and a person vertex called Steven, and then we're actually saying that Marco knows Steven.
Yes. Yes.
These are representations of real people I know.
They are. They are.
This is fun. Okay, so I was trying to approximate that. I basically, instead of creating the vertex, like this example was doing, I was like, okay, I know how to find the vertex given an ID. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to run an add-e. And then, so I actually was just writing this a little bit ago, and I haven't actually run it yet.
Dun, dun, dun.
But it looks okay to me. I'm assuming that I can actually have multiple lines of code in
I believe you're going to need a
in one of these
semicolon.
code blocks in Studio.
I think you're
Am I
going to need
really?
semicolons after those. Well,
That's
since
true.
you're assigning them to variables, you may not need to. Yeah.
All right, well, let's find out. I'm not getting any little indications that it's wrong. I think I might just run.
I
this
think it's
thing.
because it's the way you're doing it. I think it's fine. Yeah. I didn't see that at first. I didn't notice that you were assigning it. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Desalk says, very cool. I've played around with Janice and Cassandra, but only half day or so. Hello again. Yes, hello again. I keep waving to the wrong camera. It's here. Hi. Sorry.
Right.
Oh, let's see what you got. Oh, you didn't.
What did I not do?
Oh no, you went to your studio there for a moment and then you got
Yeah.
zero response.
No, I have an
Oh,
error. So that's what I was.
Yeah.
I got a write timeout exception.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I guess I should maybe I should recheck my connection. I'm not usually I get I don't know. I usually have some pretty good results here. Should I have not selected real time?
No, real time's perfectly fine. If you select OLAP, that's actually going to be using. You can do it, but it's actually going to use Spark with it under the hood.
Yeah.
And that's not what
I
we're
wasn't
doing right
actually.
now, yeah.
That's what I was wanting. I really wanted the real time engine.
Oh,
Okay,
and
so what do you
Desalk
think is happening here?
also asking, and Jeff, you might actually have the answer to this. A little bit different from what we're doing right now. On the schedule, there was something about geo something with Cassandra. Was that canceled? I've used geo hashes as primary
Geo.
key with Cassandra. Yeah, I saw that yesterday actually, and I wasn't sure what happened to it myself. Do we know what happened to that one?
No, I wonder who's doing that one.
Let me try
I
to
don't
get an
know.
answer for you, Desalk.
No.
All right. So what's if you try another cell? I mean, if you want to just verify the
Yeah,
connection, to
we
me
try another
that
cell.
looks like you're getting a response back from the driver. I don't, but yeah, I would say go ahead and try your G.V or something and see if you get a response.
Oh, I had that above. Right, I can just run this again. Huh. Oh man. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, what's
So yeah.
do you need to recycle your DSC Docker because of the Mac thing? Did we do? Are you doing the
Yeah,
VM,
we
or
talked
are you
about
doing
this
it through
last
Docker?
time. I didn't make the environment sure. I didn't do my homework,
Okay.
Professor. I didn't do the changes that we talked about last time, where I was gonna
Oh, okay.
create it. Basically, I think what we talked about doing was creating a VM and running the Killrvideo in Docker inside the VM. Because for some reason
That's
that
right.
doesn't suffer from the same bug that Docker on Mac does.
That's right. Okay. So I
And
wonder,
some kind of error having
since
to
you're
do with
getting
Java
those,
heap management and et cetera, et cetera.
given the state of what I'm seeing in your logging, I almost wonder if it's worth restarting your DSE Docker image. Oh, you did
I
it
did.
apparently. Okay, I'm behind. I'm just behind. Yeah,
It's coming back up.
so Desalk, I'm asking about the geohashing thing or whatever the geo episode. I'm not on that one, so I don't know 100%. But I thought I saw something as well, so we'll find out for you. Yeah, I bet you that's it, Jeff. Because now that I think about it, the bug that we know that exists with the Docker on Mac here, it will manifest itself in fact timeouts, and it gets to a point where it gets about 2 second timeout or 2 second lag latency, and then
Yeah.
it will start timing out. I think that's what you're seeing. So I bet you that'll do
Okay,
it.
so my algorithm here is not super complicated. Locate the user vertex, locate the video vertex by its ID, and then I'm going to get the vertex. Basically, this gives me I guess what I'm trying to do is I have a representation of that vertex, but I actually need to create a traversal. So that g.v passing in that vertex gives me a traversal on that vertex. Am I have the terminology right? And then I'm adding an edge. In that traversal, I'm adding a rated edge to the video vertex, and the property, I'm specifying the property of rating with a value of 4. Which,
You know, if you wanted
again,
to as well, what you can do, because one of the cool things that Studio does, it will persist those variables, right? So user and video. So if you go to another gremlin cell below it, it'll persist those.
Yeah.
It might be worth setting user and video in one cell and then doing your g.v user in another. Because I'm wondering, well, let's reset the database first.
I'm going to go for it all at once, though, man.
Yeah.
DSC startup complete. Okay. So I should be able to.
Yeah, at least do a g.v sample, right? And make sure you can talk to it. Or whatever, you know, any of them.
Yeah. Should be working.
He works hard for his money. So hard for it, honey.
It takes longer than I would think. I don't know if it's a Docker thing.
I wonder if, even though it has DSC startup completed, if the workloads haven't finished yet.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, right.
Okay, there it is. So you got the data back.
Okay, yeah, it was still starting up. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna go for it, dude. I'm just gonna run this guy.
Do it. Ooh.
Success, no data return.
Ooh.
Look at that.
I think you need to go visualize that graph, man. See if you got an edge.
I know, man. Okay, but I don't actually know that I have a question here. If I rerun this query, is my edge actually going to show up here in the graph?
It should. I would think. Well, it depends. Let me think about that. Yes.
Oh.
Do you like how I waited till it showed up before I said yes? There you go.
Okay.
That's great. There it
That's
is.
so good. Wait a minute. I have a question, though.
Yeah. Oh, you did that a couple times.
Did I press the button a few times before?
You were kind of messing with it.
I guess I did.
Yeah.
Because there's 3 identical edges.
Totally.
Look at that.
Yeah, unless you put those constraints into your traversal, it's just going to keep creating edges. I mean,
so that's an interesting. That's not something I really had. Funny enough, hadn't really thought about that before, right?
Yeah.
There's no uniqueness guarantee that I was running into there.
Right.
It was just like, you want another edge? Okay.
Right.
You got it, bro. Here's your edge.
Totally. Yeah, as a matter of fact, if I remember
that's good to know.
In the, I believe, no, actually, let me think about that. In the Java code with the DSL implementation for this, I don't believe I care for ratings, right? Because you could rate a video as many times as you want. You could rate it 5 and then rate it 3 and then rate it 0, and then it doesn't matter. The UI lets you do it. The app is fine with it. Obviously, if it comes to something like creating a video, though, a user can only create a video once. So there are constraints there.
Okay. Wow. I want to have I don't know if I want to dive down this rabbit hole right now, but I do want to have a whole conversation on uniqueness. You're saying that the user interface will allow you to rate the same video
over and over,
and apparently the underlying infrastructure, or at least I don't know if the rating service will allow that. I assume that it does.
Yes.
Because I don't think I implemented it to check. And in fact, I'm sure I didn't. It just takes the rating and plugs it in. But it would overwrite. But here's the thing. So this is a good important difference.
I see
because
where you're going with this,
the way I've designed the way I've designed my data model in Cassandra, I don't assign a unique ID to each rating, right?
That's right. You're going to overwrite it, right? Because you have the same ID for the user and for the video.
Hey, look, wait. I mean, I can look right here. Here's my Killrvideo, like video rating.
Video ratings
table,
by user.
right?
I would use.
Oh, video ratings. Yeah, okay. Video ratings by user. I just realized that we could check this. Okay, so video ID is the partition key. Cluster key is the UUID. So what this means is, if I rated the same video again, and I wrote this with my service, my data model will only capture a single value.
Right.
and I would just be overwriting it. However, I would be generating an event through Kafka, which would come in to my suggested video service, which would be writing multiple edges into the graph
Yeah.
because we're not checking.
Yeah, and if you think about it,
This is really
it
interesting.
makes
Okay.
sense, right? Because the edges are just you're just forming the relationships between the two vertices here. They're not different keys or anything. You're just creating a new edge, and you're just telling the system to do that. It would almost be like if we went to SQL land, right? Like we had a join table, and I had my videos table, and I had my users table, and I had a join table for to handle their relationships, and I'm just generating. Now in that case, I probably would have a different ID, but yeah, unless you tell it otherwise,
I put
there's
this
no
in
reason.
my notes document, but I guess there's no reason why I couldn't put it in the code actually. So maybe I do that too.
Use comments. Yeah, so to this point, right, this is exactly how, since the UI in the application does allow you to add multiple ratings for a video, it's totally allowed. But then if you want to constrain something, again, like when a user creates a video, the user can only create that one video or add that one video, the one
Yep.
time or whatever. So then there are constraints there.
Okay, so this is a good thing here because I know that I've actually isolated the correct code
Yeah.
here. So I guess I can go in and maybe I do actually try to go and write this in code.
So had you not written that? Had you not run that before?
No, literally that was
Wow. That
Come
was,
on.
wait. Did we just see your first edge
How
ever?
did you do that?
Did you just create your first edge ever?
Yeah, pretty much.
This is wow. This is a moment right now.
Well, I mean, since I took what's the number? DS 230 is that graph?
Yeah. Oh, for the graph one.
Yeah, this is my first edge since I took the graph.
I
class.
see. Okay. First edge on your own without going through the material. I see. Cool.
That's right. Just me and the Tinkerpot doc.
Yeah. It's different though, right?
Marco
I mean,
Hughes,
even though
right?
the Data Science Academy courses are awesome and they're free, by the way, they are totally free. Data Science Academy. But even though they're really good and that kind
No,
of deal,
that's right. Yeah.
there's a
I'm
big
walking
difference.
the tightrope without my
Yeah, there's a big difference when you're going
Yeah.
through the video coursework and stuff, and then you sit down to do it on your own, right? There's a difference. So that's awesome.
Okay. Everyone out there is like, okay, dude, get over yourself. You just wrote 3 lines of code. Okay. Let's calm down a little bit.
I made this. Let's
go. Let's commit. Let's commit.
All right, Python version's done. Good job, Jeff. Good job.
Okay. So I'm gonna find. Here's the code I'm working on. I'm gonna try to go in here and see if I can't manage to write some code here. So, okay. I started on this road of finding the user vertex, and that see.
Well, it's a very nice font size, by the way. I appreciate you going right to that. That's great.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, yeah, what was I trying to do? Okay, that's right. Oh, I created the wrong type of edge. Haha, right? Rated. We're not worried about rated video yet. We're worried about the user. We're trying to track the user that uploaded the video.
Well,
So,
it is right below it,
yeah,
right?
that's
So
right.
do you have that
That's right.
plumbing in place, or?
Oh,
I
let
see
me
what
just
you
go do a schema check. Let's do a schema check here to make sure that I actually.
Because
Yeah, I
now
told it
that
to go to.
because as I
Where-
think
where-
about
where
it,
am I going to
that
that?
would be an easy way to test that. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I actually want a uploaded edge, right? The schema check.
Yeah.
Oh, it wants the added date as a timestamp. Okay, I don't know if I can just pull a. What is it? What would the timestamp be? It's like an integer value.
Well, I can let you struggle with it through your through looking
Oh,
through
you know the
Google,
answer and you're not telling me?
or I could give you
Well, the current use
answer.
timestamp is this right here. Can I use that?
I honestly, I need to go
Or do
check
I
my
write it as
code.
a ISO? Should I write it as an ISO formatted date? Because it's also available right here.
Yeah, let's see real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna. I actually don't know the answer to this, so I'm gonna go for it here. Uploaded, and I'm gonna go timestamp. Oh wait, no, it's called added date. Added date, I think.
I'm gonna bring up my
Yeah,
ID and
added
actually look.
added underscore date right there, and it's a timestamp.
It
And
should
then
match what is in Cassandra, because all the types here are the same as what is in the underlying Cassandra database.
yeah, but what does that look like?
You'd have to go take a look at the, you're in Studio, just do a CQL
I
query
think
against
this
it.
works,
You know what I'm saying?
but I think this works, right? Oh, wait a minute. I see what you're saying. Are you saying? Oh, the added date. I haven't set the added date. Wait a minute. Hey, this is interesting.
What's that? What'd you do?
Now, not
Oh,
to jump around too much, but it kind of looks. I was looking at my sample data that I had loaded into the graph
yeah.
here, right? And it looks like the added date column is empty. I was trying to take your advice of going and looking.
Yeah, that
You know what
tells
I'm saying?
me, well, it tells me that the graph schema has been set up with added date, but the data just hasn't been added in. And that is Gremlin,
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm gonna try this. I'm
Okay.
trying to use like ISO format date here and
Okay.
for the timestamp, and I'm just gonna see if it's
All right.
gonna
And while you're
complain
doing
on
that,
me.
I'm actually
Are
going to
you
look up
ready?
the real answer. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so it ran and it says success.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back
So much
here and I'm gonna
suspense.
run this again.
So much suspense. I mean,
Okay,
oh, you have a created. Oh, notice
it
what it
worked.
did. And yeah, there it is, dude. Boom.
It worked, dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
New edge. Okay, man.
Man.
Just gonna get about to get real overconfident. Okay, so let's see. We go back to the source code here. I want to go to
I told you, once you get the edges start going, right, then you have all the basic pieces, and it's a lot easier to start putting it together.
yeah. Okay, so I'm added an uploaded to video, added date, added date. Here's the thing. I think this isn't. I'm thinking this isn't going to work. So, do you see how?
Right.
I think this is going to give me when this runs. It's not. How do I say this? When I run this command, if I stop after this last dot property and didn't say dot next, I think what that would mean is video equals a traversal,
Okay.
right? And then, but dot next actually takes me to a vertex.
Dot
So
next is actually
I
going
guess
to execute the traversal. Yes.
it's going to execute the traversal,
Yes.
and then the result that it's going to get back is, I guess, some information about the vertex that got created. I don't actually know how to describe what that return
I
value
believe
is.
that would actually be a vertex object on its own.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think this is legal then? If this video object is a vertex object, I'm just trying to predict what's going to happen when I run this thing. Do you know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying. Now, that's interesting because I did mine using the DSE way, right? The DSE driver way, which is with execute graph. That means
Uh-huh.
that I constructed my traversals as a set, and then I
Uh-huh.
executed it once. What you're doing is you're actually going to, with .next, you're saying, I'm going to use the Fluent API, I'm going to execute this traversal, and then I'm going to execute this traversal. So I
Uh-huh.
have not done it this way, so I'm not entirely sure
Okay.
if it'll do that. And funny enough, like Python, so I'm new since I don't know Python very well, right? Like in Java, if that was wrong and it wasn't the right type of object because it's all strongly typed, Java would be yelling at me. Like the IDE would be like, "Hey man, this doesn't fit
Maybe
here."
maybe this will work.
Yeah,
But look, I mean, I'm
try it.
essentially
That's actually really slick if that's the case because it's pretty easy
instead
to
of
understand.
video, like in other words, I here in my studio, I've actually had to look up video, right? But just imagine if that wasn't the case, and oh, did I look up the user? Wait, Oh, I see. Okay, now I remember what's the difference between what I'm doing. Okay, so this is the equivalent of user, right? And then I'm adding an edge. I'm just going to run this and see how it looks because it looks.
Yeah, do
I
it.
mean,
Why not?
superficial understanding looks like it should work. We know that we're gonna come back and refactor this code later.
Yeah.
But this was my naive first attempt
Yeah, why not?
at interacting with the graph object directly, the graph traversal.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because what is graph? Graph is
What is
it's
graph?
a traversal source.
Spock.
The graph object, it is a traversal source. Right?
Yes.
Got that?
Yes, 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 yes.
So I was interacting with that stuff directly. Um, hmm. Oh, this is the stuff where we were messing around last week that I kind of left in there, or earlier this week, I guess. So
Oh,
that's
I
not
see what
gonna
you're
run.
doing. Right, right.
Commenting out some leftover code, shall we say. And then handle YouTube video added. This looks like it should be good to go. Okay, and then we have that one more thing to do after this. I don't actually know. I'm not positive if my environment is in a great state or not. I guess we're about to find out. So,
You want to take a look at the logs real quick? Yeah, you can usually tell from the log output.
yeah, that doesn't look obviously wrong.
That sounded like one of those kind of totally dumb statements like, how do I check the status of my system? Just look at the logs. You should, that's obvious.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna start this up and see this guy. Another way to know is by running the application and seeing if it works. So let's start the services layer. You have the sensation sometimes where you're just kind of like you look at your code and you know that it's a work in progress, but you can't help be critical of it.
Yeah, totally.
Like, it pains me every time I run the program and I hit, yep, Jeff, you still haven't upgraded to Python 3. It's like that nagging thing on the to-do list. Gosh darn it. Staring me in the face, taunting me with a command line.
Yeah, there you go.
I know I haven't upgraded you. I'm so sorry.
Well, just, we can wait a year or two and then upgrade it, right?
Yeah, when Python 3.7 is end of life.
Yeah.
No, for real. This time we mean it. Yeah. It's
Well, your
just like the
services are up.
standard thing, threatening to disable thrift,
Do you have the generator running? Or are you going to test that first? I guess that makes sense, right? Well, that's a good sign. You may not have any videos yet, but yeah, is your generator on?
Well, okay, so I don't think I'm running the generator right now. Pretty sure I'm not.
DeSalka's saying wait until 4 comes out to
no,
upgrade to
wait.
3. Yeah, there you go.
Um,
Make sure you have a whole version of all the bugs and everything worked out before you.
Look at the
move up.
generator. It's kind of still getting its act together here. It looks like it might actually be.
Oh, there it goes. It found the statistics. Yeah.
We may have it. Yeah, we may have it start to generate some stuff here.
Okay.
In
Hey,
a
jump the
second.
gun.
But I think the other thing is that there are plenty of videos in here. It's just that this is time capped. So like, it's not like it doesn't show. If the reason videos are older than a certain amount of
7
time,
days.
it's not querying any back older than that.
That's
So,
right. So, yeah, it's 7 days. Well, if we take a look though at the generator, we should be able to see if it's doing that.
Oh man. Yeah.
Because you ran
Hold
the
on.
first iteration of that a little while ago, didn't you? Oh, it's doing stuff.
Generator's doing stuff. Yeah.
Did you put it in
Yeah,
cloud?
definitely.
Did you put it in Killrvideo cloud mode, or is it in the default setting where it only generates like 8 videos
Video
every?
cloud.
Yeah, for the
Oh, yeah,
generator
I
to make it
haven't-
go
I haven't
faster.
messed with that.
You haven't done that? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, but I'm pressing. I got something going on here because I'm pressing register and nothing's happening.
Maybe
So
it's worth,
something's
since
not
we
happy
recycled
exactly.
Since we recycled the database earlier, maybe it's worth recycling the
Mm-hmm.
web UI just to make sure it's
Oh, wait,
got its
wait, wait, wait,
connections.
wait, wait. Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, yeah, this is what the thing is.
Okay.
This is the thing that I was running into last time where it wasn't connecting to Kafka, right?
Oh.
So I'm just going to restart the Kafka. Maybe this will recover my environment here for me. This is one of those chicken and egg things too, right? Where Alex has already done a lot of work to kind of make the startup configuration and everything hooking back up work more successfully, but I was waiting to integrate that because I was in the middle of this branch on the recommender thing. I may have to break down at some point and kind of try to incorporate some of the changes he's made to the other repos and do that here,
Yeah.
and then come back, you know?
And just a message for
I didn't want to take a speed bump, but sometimes you got to, I guess.
yeah. A message for Desilk. Yes, there was in fact a Geo episode that was canceled. I am getting you more information on what that entailed, and I'm going to find out whether or not it's been rescheduled. So yes, you're not crazy or anything. You did see that. I thought I saw it the other day myself actually, and I went to go watch it and it disappeared. So we'll figure out what's going on with that. Thanks for asking. Oh, did you restart your backend? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I restarted Kafka, and then I restarted Python. Just to
Okay.
make sure
How
they're
about
connected.
how's the web UI look?
I don't have a lot of experience with, I guess I didn't give my Kafka clients, I guess, very much credit for being able to reconnect after I restarted Python. I don't know. I haven't played around with that enough, so
Yeah,
I just,
to
in the
know,
interest of brute forcing it, I went ahead and restarted
Okay.
the Python services.
Okay. Where do you have this? Oh no. So the Kafka part, have you only done that with the Python version? Or did I hear that Cedric did that with Java V2 or something? Ooh,
This
hey.
is already better.
Oh, your register showed up. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Audie TT. Oh, nice. Very nice name. Is one of your children named Audie TT? Please tell me if that's true, because that would be amazing. Audie, you slow down.
You get.
Thank you. Thank you. Here all day.
You made me laugh out loud.
Yeah. Let's see. So, no big deal on the Geo stuff. I was just going to watch to see compare with what I had already done. Yeah. I'm actually interested as well. I'd be curious though. What have you already done? Like, have you already worked some kind of Geo stuff? What database? Like, can you give us an idea if you're willing?
What happened? Okay. Yeah. See, I'm just still having this issue with my Kafka. So my user rated video event is not happening. It's
Now,
not
is that
happy.
happening only at the gremlin level with what you're doing with the graph, or is that in the underlying implementation with
No,
Cassandra?
this doesn't have anything to do with the gremlin part.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it is causing. I'm having some challenges with my threads here. Basically, with the threading model.
Oh, that again? Is it that
Right,
same thing
yeah.
where like is the
No,
Python thread?
no. It's not what you're thinking. I know
Okay.
what you're thinking.
Okay.
You're thinking the thing where I was using multi-processing
Yes.
instead of multi-threading.
Okay, not that. Okay.
Which
That's exactly
that'll be on the blooper show.
what I was
I don't know if we do that or not. If we do blooper shows, but
Why
we
not?
could. Okay.
Anyone want to vote for a blooper show? Give me a say something in the chat if you want a blooper show.
Mhm. Nice. Okay. You know what? Let's. I think maybe we should work. Go back to working traversals a little bit.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay. So you can figure out what's going on with the
So-
Kafka piece and all that.
Yeah. So I can debug that thing later on, and we'll work and see if I get the right syntax there.
Yeah, totally.
So I feel fairly good about this code, but obviously we don't know until it runs.
Yeah.
So I think that looks fairly complete. So the last thing that we have to do in this operation is, or how would you do this? My thought was the algorithm was, okay, I'm going to iterate over the tags in the list, right? For each one of those, the graph isn't really, I don't know, does it do an upstart Is it because Cassandra has an upstart model? So
Hmm.
does my graph have an upstart model as well?
I'm thinking about that. That's a good question.
It seems to me though like that wouldn't be good. I would actually legitimately want to check if that tag object exists because if somebody like if I have three movies in the same genre,
Yes,
I don't want three comedy vertexes. I
that's right.
wouldn't
You
want that.
want the one. That's right. Um, let's see.
Because you
I'm
implemented this in Java. That's why
I'm
I'm
looking at
asking,
it.
just
Yes,
kind of
I'm
like,
looking at it right now.
are you looking at the code?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
For that very reason, because I want to see how I had done
I could
this
look at
part.
your DSL,
With and that's is actually where
watched,
that's implemented. In
uploaded,
fact, is in the
rated,
DSL. Yeah.
rated. OLS.
Oh, are you looking at the code? I moved away
Oh,
from your
that's
screen.
rated.
I totally cheated.
Um, oh, I see. That's rated. I'm sorry. What I need is like uploaded or something like
Oh,
that.
look for if you're looking for tag, look for tag. I actually call it tag.
Tagged or
There's tagged with
oh,
because that's
set
the edge,
tag.
right? And but then there's also tag, right?
Well, this is interesting. V dot has
Ah, oh yeah, man, is that bringing it
add
back?
V.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I think I might be getting here. Look.
Okay.
Okay, so let me look here. I think I might see what your logic is doing in the Java version.
While you're
Dot
looking at that,
tag
Desop says, I used geohashers as primary keys
taggers.
with Cassandra for internal use. I wasn't confident that my model would be optimal in the event it was used for something under heavy load, prevent hotspots, etc., which is always good. But for my use, it didn't matter. Oh, very cool. Yeah, no, I'm still waiting back to. I'm hearing. I have put out a request to the folks that were going to do that particular stream to get more information for you. Yeah, I'd be. That's actually really neat.
Tagged with. So this is a video is creating a this is the thing that is creating the edge tagged with from
Hmm.
video to dot tag. Okay, I don't know what dot taggers is. Yeah, I haven't looked at dot taggers. Return out edge.
This is where we find out whether or not the comments I put in here are actually
Reversing.
worth anything.
Traverses from a video to a tag over the tag edge.
Oh, right. If I remember, I believe what this was is because when you upload a video, it could have multiple tags, right? So then I had to account for all of the tags that a video could potentially have. Um, and taggers, I want to say, were the users. Oh man, that's wow. It's bringing me back here. There you
What
go.
is this
Check out the
doing?
comments
That's
for tag.
V.
Right. Checks for the existence of a tag and
Checks for the
returns it.
existence of a tag and returns it if it exists. If not, so like, how do we get that from here?
Um,
What does coalesce mean?
It is Coalesce that's doing it. It yes, that's
Is that
right.
okay?
That's totally right.
Okay,
Matter of fact, do you have Dewey High's compendium handy?
yeah.
Go to Dewey High's compendium. And by the way, this is totally hi Dewey High. If you ever happen to see this, Dewey High was one of our previous advocates, and he was all
Okay,
over.
where am I going?
Go to his
How
compendium.
am I
Go to the
doing?
beginning part of the compendium. I am very very sure he has Coalesce in there, and he explains it very nicely. And I know it's in like I would say it's in the table of contents. If you go to his a Gremlin compendium, Dewey High's Gremlin compendium. There you go. Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
it's in there. it's
Where in there?
it's oh god. Um, I know he's got Coalesce in there. While you do that, let me see if I can
Yeah.
get you a link.
Aha!
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. You went to the
Gremlin
finger
doc.
pop docs. There you go.
Finger bombs. Yeah. Coalesce step evaluates the
Boom.
provided traversals in order and returns the first traversal that it needs to at least
There
one
you go.
element. Yes.
There you go.
Okay. That's what I want.
Thank you
That's
for
what I want. I
reminding
get
me
it.
about how I
I
implemented
get
my
it.
own code. But no, that was it. Yeah,
Well,
that's how that works. So it's
David,
actually kind of streamlined.
it looks like what you did was okay. So, all right. So I want a new cell here, and I think I'm gonna say
So that is almost like an if not exists in a way, right? It,
okay.
I'm sure someone from the
Yep.
graph team just heard me say that, and their ears are bleeding now, and they're like, "How could you dare say that?" Because it's not. We're not talking like lightweight transactions or anything like that, right? But unless someone from the graph team happens to be on and they want to correct me.
I
But it
mean,
is
what am I coalescing from? I can just add this to any traversal. I
well,
mean,
and you should have then two things you're gonna compare, right? Notice the comma. See the coalesce. He's got out e nose comma, and then the other part of the traverses. So,
oh wow. Okay, so I think all right. So I'm gonna need to say video.
yes,
No,
you
no,
should be
no.
able to do that.
G dot v video dot coalesce. No, no, no. Dot add e tagged with schema check tagged with uh to coalesce and then I'm gonna put some stuff in there. Dot property. No wait, I don't want to do that. Wait, yeah, no, I do because that has the. Sorry, jumping around too much. Okay, tagged with. Oh, it has no properties.
Correct. It's
Okay,
just
so I
the
don't have
edge.
to. Yeah, I don't have to do any properties there. Okay. Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong thing. Okay, so there's no dot property. It's just a dot iterate. I think. Okay, and then what goes inside this coalesce is here. I'm just gonna make myself some space to think here. Um,
Punched my mic. I'm just having
I don't even need to save that as anything. You got these video add e coalesce, and then I want to. This value.
Would you mind looking at the Java code there real quick again? You had it up in GitHub.
Yeah. No problem.
Let's see.
Has. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this part. So notice that that is just for creating the tag. Then later on in a different part of the traversal, I create the edge between the video and the tag. So the coalesce here was just for the if not exist kind of operation for the tag, right?
Has tag, and then does the tag have a tag ID? I got this
I
is where I
believe
gotta go
it's
and look at this
just
thing.
the tag, the name. Yeah. Yeah.
Name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
so
they're
I
unique, right? They must be unique. So each one of those.
yeah, you're right. And sometimes I'm like, I should be looking at its name, right? Sometimes the answer is staring me right in the face in the Java code. I admit it. Okay, has tag name, and then I'm just gonna say something like,
Cassandra.
Andra.
Carpentry. Audi. Could be really anything. Honestly, if you
Okay,
if you go to
that's
the live
statement
site,
one, and then statement two is the. Um,
Oh, yeah.
v dot add the tag. Sorry, sometimes basic statements are hard.
You could just, if you wanted to, you could just copy the whole statement
Add
and comment
the
it out and put it in your cell or put it in the markdown above the cell so you have it for reference.
It's way too smart, David.
I can't remember anything, so that's why
Add
I
the
do
tag
that.
dot property name name.
Now, one thing,
Sandra.
by the way, I mean, that you could use since you're in studio is the IntelliSense stuff. It's actually really nice for Gremlin. So you can control
Okay.
space at times if you're looking for ideas.
Question: do I actually have to do a dot next to get that created on the fly? Java
Yeah,
code
let's go take a
to
look.
the Java.
Yeah, go to the Java. That's the way I'm going to say it. Now, in my case, again, since I am
Add v
using
dot property.
right, I'm using execute graph with the
Okay.
session in order to execute my statements, my traversals, I should say. So in the case of Studio, since you're doing a cell, you probably do need it, but you can try it without and see what happens. It'll yell at you.
What in the world is a tag date? This is super. I'm kind of confused by that.
The
Okay,
tag,
this is checks for the existence and returns it if it exists. If not, it creates a new tag vertex.
yeah,
What does this tag date have to do with anything?
that may
I
have,
get this part. Add the. I get that part. I don't get. Oh, and I have to have this, don't I? Of course. Why am I ignoring things that shouldn't be ignored? Okay, so here you go. This is like this. That's a thing, right?
oh, I wish I had these traversals for you. It is. That's also something that if you look up in the documentation, I'll give you a nice little explanation of what that is about. It's like a reference thing. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. I remember, though, having to go through a fun exercise to get those to
That
work
doesn't say that
properly
it's. Oh, well, it says that this
in
one's
Studio.
wrong, but I wonder what. Oh, it's probably because of what the stuff I have at the end. Okay, it's coalescing. I'm
Are
gonna
you
get.
missing a paren?
Yeah, I am missing a paren somewhere. I'm just trying to find out where it is.
I see.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to where I had things nicely iterated out, right? Add the property name Cassandra. I don't know if I have to do a next there. Maybe I don't have to do that, right? And then why would I have to have? Oh, yeah, I think
There you
that's
go.
right. I think
Yeah.
it's actually not complaining
Oh,
to
that
me
was
right now.
prettier a second ago. Oh, you're gonna make it all single line? That's so
Can
cool.
I? Oh, can I just leave it? Is it gonna
Yeah.
be?
Yeah, it
It's
should be.
not barking at
Yeah,
me.
it should be fine.
Is that okay?
I don't see why
Okay.
not. Yeah.
Okay. Can I put comments in here?
Yes.
I forget.
Yes.
Like, how do I do that?
It's either slash slash dash dash is one of them. It depends on not that one. It'll stop. There you go. I was gonna say it'll stop complaining when you get it right because each of the cells, since they can execute different languages, like Gremlin, or if you're talking,
It uses the comments of whatever the
yes,
language is.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. Create the Cassandra.
So the way to prove this out is if this works, the first time you'll create the Cassandra tag. If you keep running it, you should see only one Cassandra tag. Right. Oh, I bet you that's your Mac and Docker thing.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I can take one look at the logs and tell you. Yep, totally.
What do you mean? What was it that you saw that told you
Right
that
there, the
what it
status
was? I
loggers.
don't know the telltale
So
sign.
so you'll see all those status loggers spitting out all that information
Mm-hmm.
in the logs there, and I, at least from experience, when I've run into this in Docker for Mac, um, you usually don't see those all the time. Like I'll see totally different log messages, but when it starts to degrade with whatever is happening to it,
Mm-hmm.
then at some point when it hits a certain point of degradation, you'll start to see a bunch of stats and status logger messages popping out, and so I can usually tell right away. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, okay. Matter of fact, I'll be curious next time if you do this in the VM instead of in Docker, and do it in Docker in the VM.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be curious if you notice the same thing, because you can see a different pattern, if you will, in the output logs.
Okay.
So there's definitely something that gets degraded and gets to an odd state in Docker for Mac, unfortunately.
Yep. All right. Well, this should settle down in time for us to do this. What if this actually worked and we can just go ahead and begin translating this into Python code? Well, because why not?
You gonna copy all my comments over? Only if you like my comments. I tried to be descriptive.
Are
I
you
hope you're descriptive.
are you baiting me?
Now, interestingly
All right.
enough,
So,
yeah, I'll be curious to see
oh,
what
I
the
need a for loop. I need like a whole thing. Man,
yeah,
I don't have
I'll
any
be
for
curious
loops
to
in this
see how
class.
those underscore references work for you here in Python. I had to import. God, no, I wonder if that's still a thing. That's a good question for like Steven or some of those guys to take a look at
Mm-hmm.
this.
Oh, that looks like it's good. Maybe it'll be happy now.
Okay, let me check it out.
Let's do this. Mm, maybe not quite up yet.
Yeah, maybe try another one and make sure it's there, like the
That's sort of
Killrvideo one.
that sort of get the feeling here that it's like Cassandra workload is up, but maybe
Oh
not
yeah,
the
it's. I think
gremlin.
it's still coming up. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, DSV started complete.
Still might be a little
Do
soon.
my thing.
Yeah, I still think you did a little soon, but let's see what it does now. Jump the
Started
gun,
complete means
Jeff.
started complete.
Jeff jumped the gun. No, I like jump the gun, Jeff, better.
I want results before our show ends.
Let's see.
I want payoff. I want to end with a commit. Will it happen today? It's a race to
Python
the
version's
wire.
done.
Yay!
Missing
Okay.
tagged with. Oh, look at the schema and let's take a look to make sure those property
No,
names are
no
right.
such property video. I think it doesn't like this.
That's interesting.
Are you sure that it's keeping it around between?
I know
What
that
if I
you
do
can
that?
do that.
Come on. I'm just going to do a straightforward reading of the error message. For. Ooh,
Oh, look at
what?
that.
What does it mean? Let's check the data.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go ahead and yeah. Oh, you did something clearly. Oh, you have a tag, Cassandra. So you created it.
I think it worked.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, so
right,
now,
right.
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It
Okay,
didn't. So
I
it
got a
didn't
question
recreate it.
here.
That's right.
Okay, so why is this? This is my question of the day, and I want to end right here. Remember how I added multiple rated edges, but now I'm getting a cardinality violation on the tabs. Is there something about this? Oh, wait, wait, wait,
Ah,
wait, wait,
right
wait.
there.
I got it.
Cardinality is set.
Okay.
That's right.
Oh,
I
wait.
forgot about
So our
that.
schema, wait a minute. Our schema
Yes,
allows multiple
that's
ratings.
right. I totally forgot about you set that up in your
And,
in your graph schema. You can set the cardinality. Yeah.
okay. And
Yeah.
tagged with is a single.
Yeah. That was
Okay.
one that answers the question from before that there are that's one way to enforce, right? If you want to have a certain type of
Yep.
cardinality, you can do that right in your schema. I forgot.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
So that's super weird. I don't know. I still don't really. I guess I should have captured the error message from the first time because it looks like it actually succeeded in creating a tag and creating the edge to the
It did,
tag.
yes.
But then I got some error message back.
Was that on the first time? The very first time?
And yeah, remember it was complaining about video is not
Oh,
a
right.
thing
Right.
in the script. So it's almost like it understood what I meant at gremlin level, and then it was almost like it was trying to process something at a higher level than that. Because it says something about script 3, and I don't know what that is. Do you remember? I wish I'd
Yeah, no, I
captured
know
it,
what you're
but
talking about. I thought it
okay,
was I thought it had to do with the reference to video vertex, like something
okay.
interesting
So I
there.
think I know how this works now, and I think next time we can definitely get the rest of this code slammed through
Yeah.
for this guy, and I think we're getting to be in a good place. I need
Okay.
to get my environment in a better spot, right?
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully if we just do it through the VM, then we won't have the issue where we have to keep bouncing the DSE container.
This might be a tricky part because it doesn't like that, but okay, cool. Well, we'll get it shut down. I'll get my. I don't know if I should commit this code yet because I don't know if it works. So maybe we'll leave it in an uncommitted state for today because we didn't quite get through our testing, but we'll pick this back up. I'll try to get a couple more episodes scheduled for next week.
Yeah, cool. But I mean,
We
that
can
was
get the
good
same time.
progress, man. We got a lot further along
Yeah,
with getting
yeah.
some of the traversals written and such. So it'll be fun once we get that in code
Cool.
and you can actually see it doing it real time and all that.
All right. Well, I think that's it for today.
All right, cool, guys.
Take it
Well,
home.
thanks
Bring it home, David.
everyone for joining again. Oh, and Adrian says commit a branch of it. You could just commit 2 branches. True. It's very true.
I'm already on a branch. No,
Well, there
you're
you
right.
go.
I can commit it. I'm
Yeah,
already
commit
on a
it.
branch. So if you want the closure,
Yeah, why
Totally.
not? Why not? And Deselk,
yeah.
I'm gonna just do a quick shout out to Deselk again. Keep joining, because I will get an answer about that Geo. Actually, Adrian, you're here. What happened to the Geo stream? Can you answer that? Are we rescheduling that one? I'm totally putting you on the spot right as we try to end. Let's see if I get an answer from Adrian here, because Adrian was all right. If we don't get an answer from Adrian, we'll get an answer for you, Deselk. You just keep coming back and watching, and we'll get that. We'll do something about the Geo one. We had to reschedule because of another scheduling of conference. Oh, nice. But so we are rescheduling. Okay, so but here we go. I'll shut up and let Adrian finish it off here. Keep going, Adrian. I'm so there's so much suspense now. He even put "but" in capitals, so with exclamation points and everything. We're meeting this coming week and got new bits and everything. Okay, so it sounds like it's going to come back, the Geo version and such. So Deselk, keep an eye out for it, and we will try not to reschedule it on you next time. And with that, thanks everyone for coming in, checking it out, and watching us. And yay, we made progress. And by the next time we come on here, Jeff will have it all
22
done.
seconds ago.
Be all done.
There it is.
The whole thing. All right, guys. Thanks,
Code
everyone.
committed. See ya.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.